What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Wicked After Dark, where we talk about all things Halloween. My name's Anthony, and with me tonight we got Ashley and Jess.
Hi, guys.
What's up?
The man behind the cam, Andy. And his sidekick, Jimbo.
Hello.
Another week, another podcast, guys. Sorry for not dropping one this last week. I know you know what I mean? We were on a roll for a minute, and we did shoot one. There were some technical difficulties, unfortunately, with last week's podcast, guys. We're just going to leave it at that. You know, we don't want to start a brawl on the camera or on your Spotify, you know what I mean? But we're just going to chalk it up to technical difficulties, right?
Lost audio.
Right?
Right.
Right.
The audio was lost, Andrew's fault.
Actually, I erased it on purpose because I felt like I outshined you guys.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
I don't want to embarrass
Hit
you.
mic off real soon, bro. But so just again, apologies, guys. We did have a great episode shot that day too. But we will reshoot that episode, just not right now. We just did it, so we're like, oh no, we need a refresh, man. You know?
Yeah, especially the Killer Corner segment. You know, you gotta keep it fresh for me too. You know.
Yeah, well, it's hard to go backwards.
I don't want to.
You know what I mean?
Scripted.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Natural.
They're like, that's why you
The
have a
joke-
phone on the stand.
Well, I think, too, with the one that we did last week, there's so much information. We could probably do it all over again and just rehatch information.
Yeah, but we just did it. You know.
I know. I'm
So
not saying
kinda
we should do
like,
it now.
To do it again, it's like, oh no, we're gonna have to put that one on the back burner.
Yeah.
But today's Killer's Corner segment, guys, is gonna be legit. It's gonna be another not fun, but a good one. You know what I mean?
Good conversation.
Good conversation. Good, you know, yeah, good conversation overall. But,
Yeah. Sorry
yeah.
for my voice if I sound congested, because I am. Just allergies, I guess. That's what Urgent Cares told me. So
It's
Tell me.
flu season, you know.
There's like
Get out there, get your flu shots if you get a flu shot. You know, do what you got to do. Stay healthy, drink your
you know
orange
what's
juice.
best is when you go to the doctor and obviously you don't
ginger
want them to tell you something's wrong.
Right?
But then you get there like, oh yeah, take some
take
Tylenol.
something.
No, dude.
You're
Yeah.
fine, and you're like, obviously
think-
you don't want to hear that. You're
No, I think the worst is when you take your kids, right? You're like, dude, it's 103 fever. Like, I got to take them. You take them, like, are they eating? Well, yeah, they're eating. Are they sleeping? Yeah, they sleep.
oh, just alternate.
Go ahead and go home.
Alternate.
Go ahead and go home. You know, like,
Just put
and then they
more
look at you like,
risk
they look,
coming here.
yes, like it's riskier for you to be here right now.
Yeah.
And like, well, fucking shit. You know what I mean? You're trying to be the cautious parent, do the right
Yeah.
thing, and nope, go home. You know, but anyways, it is flu season, man. So everybody take care. Drink your probiotics, vitamins, whatever you gotta
Go
drink.
ahead and go out to Target and buy yourself some ginger.
Multivitamin.
3 for $9 right now.
You know, whatever you got to do. My dad's been sick for a month and a half, as you can hear. He's still coughing after 4 episodes of the podcast. That's got to be a world record right there, guys. That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
it is.
But
You know, when you're this special, not even illness wants to leave you.
shit, this guy, dude, he's
Well.
tired. Forgive him. Anyways, we did have some events though, guys, that were fun. It was different. The first event that we did was
Scare 'em all.
Scaramall in the city of Long Beach. Yeah, so Jess and I actually attended that one in this whole new different location. Really interesting. I liked it. You know what I mean? It was different.
Mhm.
It's
The
literally
LBC.
on an island or like on a little piece of land. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
so where the restaurant sits, it's in a bay, and then directly behind it, it's the open ocean.
Mhm.
Yep.
You know, literally
You
in
guys see
one
any
street.
dolphins?
I was.
No,
was-
because we
Well
weren't
watching.
facing that way, you know.
yeah.
It was
So
chilly.
at night it was.
Yeah.
Night it was.
How's the new spot for Grill 'em All?
It's cool. It's
Yeah.
different. You know,
It's
I
good.
didn't honestly. I didn't see it taking that area. You know what I'm saying? Because what they had going in
Alhambra.
Alhambra, right? But it's very same vibe. You know, just more with beach.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, so very cool though. Very cool. You know,
Same
what I mean?
menu.
I don't know.
You know what? From what I
Modified list.
read, I did read the menu, even though I didn't eat it because you know I can't eat
Special
it. But
diet.
no, it looked like a very same menu, very similar. Still looked delicious as hell from what everybody was eating.
Your sister
know,
didn't even eat. Just
She
to support
didn't.
You.
She didn't.
She stands. She stood.
She didn't eat because she didn't want to get in that line.
Did you have any liquid carbs?
I did not.
Yeah, that's tragic, bro.
I did not. You know, we
Could
were
just stayed home.
Cut back on that.
severe. But no, I think the area was cool, huh, Jess?
That was cool, and it was cold.
Literally. Unfortunately, that's the same night that the city had this massive parade.
Yeah.
The traffic getting out of there was nuts, guys. If you didn't make it to this one, I understand, because you couldn't even. It was tough to get to us.
Yeah.
That parade was gnarly. It was huge. It was packed, crowded. People were everywhere, But definitely, though, I know when the next one happens, don't miss it, man. Those things
Banger.
are good events,
Yeah.
good vendors, great food, great alcohol. So it just, hopefully there's no parade or anything that day. 'Cause
Yeah.
that was, like I said, it was a little bit of a mission to get through to that. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Yeah. That same day, we had a private event that Ashley went to, and my dad and Andy. So
Yeah.
that's why Ashley was in Long Beach that night, because she was
Slanging.
in Duarte,
Mm-hmm.
slinging them tacos. Not even slinging. It was a private event, so
Yeah.
we don't get to sell tacos. But yeah, that's where they were that night.
Yeah, I wasn't at home on
Anybody
break.
who's asking,
I
She
wasn't
was
at
at a
home
party.
she
chilling.
was at home. She was at the party.
Actually, yeah, she was chill.
Oh,
She
never
was
mind.
the guest.
I think that's the first day you were sick.
Yeah.
She was a
Yeah.
guest.
I woke up that morning like
Oh,
dead.
yeah,
like
yeah.
I was like, no fucking way. So thank God my sister-in-law came and covered me because I was not feeling well.
I like how you texted me.
I know.
I texted the group, didn't I?
No,
Yeah.
you texted me.
No, she
I
texted
texted
us.
the group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You good? They
But it was
hear me.
fun though. I could tell you it was a good vibe over there at the
That's
party.
exactly how
Yeah,
I
the
read
party
it.
was good. Party was
Chill.
cool. It was
Yeah.
family. On Gabe's
It was
side.
Gabe's family.
Your husband's side?
My husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My husband.
Let me tell you, they like the monster mash burrito.
Before we get any deeper, though, I do want to mention, honorable mention, congratulations to our sister Jessica for her new engagement.
Oh yeah.
To our social media coordinator. First of all, we're gonna get into this, guys.
Standing on
She
bacon.
broke the
I'm
rules.
gonna call HR.
She broke the rules.
Not
You
supposed
can't be
to.
dating people that we work with.
Yeah.
You know what I
Can't
mean?
afford it either.
Yeah, we're
So
gonna have to report you to our HR
Oh,
department.
I'm sorry. You gonna call my mom or what?
We're gonna have to let you go.
Engaged finally, guys. Let me tell you something. Now that it's over with, I can talk about it. You know what I mean? First of all, it was not close to us, guys. We actually had to drive to the city of Ukaipa.
Well, it was close to Ashley.
All right.
It was great. Not
And
traffic.
I googled how far long it would take us, and it said an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you know how bad I wanted to murder Jessica that night? I'm sitting in traffic like this, like
Stop, go, stop.
I hate her. Then we get there.
No, we didn't even get there. We went to the
Freezing.
store first.
I mean that TikTok.
Yeah.
And it's like
Let me tell you, for all of those of you who come to our event in August and tell us how hot it is,
Oh
go
man.
to the pumpkin patch where the Christmas tree farm is in December.
Oh my God.
Complete opposite.
Bro, freezing.
Frizzozing.
that's probably why we got more sick.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But we were there for you.
And we were walking around
Hey,
like Jessica. We just got there. Like, oh, this is cute. Jessica can do right here. Like, it was
Yeah,
fucking
there was, like, right here,
cold.
right here.
It's time to go. We ain't trying to be here.
Bro, his homegirl was trying to take a tour of the whole damn park. I was like, Jess.
Hey, and
It's
she
the
never
same
gave
part.
us a signal, bro. So I'm
Yes,
like,
I
Anthony,
did.
like, I have anxiety. I had to ask you because I was like, dude, like, what's the signal?
Ashley was like, she's gonna do now. She's gonna do. I was like, Ashley just got here. No way.
I didn't even have the ring on me, dummy.
How am I supposed to know that? You literally
I
gave
told
me
you
no
that-
details.
That mom was gonna bring it.
The whole time, Ashley was just like, is she gonna do now? Is she gonna do now? I think she's gonna do right now. I'm like, no, she's not.
She's like,
dude.
make sure you record.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't know you were gonna do it at that moment when you went into the little gingerbread house. I was like, shit, I think this is it.
Video
I
cred
think-
photos, cred me.
Dude,
You
okay, so check it out. I brought my
gave
camera, right?
Freaking light
I
up
looked at
shit.
Gabriel. I said, "Hey, you're gonna have to switch the video, dog. I cannot figure this shit out right now. I'm blanking, dog." He's like, "What?" I said, "Switch the video, fool." Because I was gonna take a video on my camera, and I could not get it to record. So I said, "Fuck it, I'm going back to pictures." I said,
Yeah.
"Switch to video."
Yeah.
Which I have.
She's like, huh?
Yeah, I was like, "Bro, record."
I
But,
got it.
Sounds like you might have had a technical difficulty.
I did. It wasn't as crucial as this last one.
I
But
would say maybe more because it's maybe a more important life event.
I'm
I mean,
having
but the
a
thing is, there was like
technical
30
difficulty.
cameras taking pictures. You know what I mean? What's that?
I said, I hope you guys can hear me well because I can't hear you guys well.
No, you still can't hear us?
It just sounds muffled, so it might be my congestion.
Yeah.
Well, did you
Yeah.
hear us before you asked them
I
to turn it
believe
down?
so. I don't know. Now I think
Back
I'm
up,
tweaking.
If we can
It's
get
alright.
Andy to mess with the audio.
Nah, don't fuck with it. I don't want this
Turn-
this to erase the whole episode.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? I was going to ask you that.
Yeah, you're welcome. No, they call me Andy and Jess like, "Hey, your sister has to tell you something." I was like, "What the fuck? What?" They lost the audio to the video for the pod.
Well, a couple things happened.
No,
This was
and she
Monday,
like,
okay?
and I was like, I didn't really say anything, and I'm like,
Monday, whatever it was.
for some reason, it didn't fucking surprise me.
No, they came in. Jessica came in behind
For
Andrew.
real?
At first, I was like, "What'd you tell your brother?" Like, I don't know, whatever, shit happens. I was like, "What'd you tell your brother?"
No,
Good
that
luck.
Crap.
Jessica came in behind Andrew. I was like, "What's
Yeah.
up?" You know, I'm getting ready to go to sleep. I'm just here for backup. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, "What are you talking about, bro?" She's like, "I'm just here for backup, man."
I'm just here because I'm just like, come with me.
Yeah, and these dummies are like, we can't find the audio. So I did see the video portion of it, which it's kind of cool because you get to see the behind the scenes. So guys, when you guys hear the sound effects, we hear the sound effects, but the camera does
Doesn't
not
catch
hear the
it.
sound effects. So when we do the intro and it goes silent, that's how it looks like on camera. In our ears, the music's going off,
Yeah.
right? And on film and on Spotify. But when I watch the video, it's like Wicked, welcome back to Wicked After Dark, and then the thing hits and everyone's like this.
Silent.
And everybody's just like this, dude. Like, I was like, we're not dropping that, bro. We look ridiculous. Or Killer's Corner, right? We're all like,
But in our head, we're like,
but in your head, you know, you'd have to.
You're hearing the music.
The music like
Hey, that's what I'm saying. It's so important to have everything working, right? From the music, from Andy paying attention back there. You know what I mean? Because it was literally like that, dude. We looked ridiculous, bro. You got to. Did you start the video, Dad?
Yeah.
We got. I hope
maybe.
you kept to do that. Shit's hilarious. It's literally like this. I run the intro and we're like this.
I don't think I have it.
Nothing on there. You know what I mean? I'm just like, Jesus, we look ridiculous, bro.
well, you know what?
Anyway.
Mistakes happen. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect.
That's what it
You
is.
live and you learn.
Well,
again till you get it.
we had a couple things happen. The audio program we use updated. My computer updated, and that's where it was at. And so I'm not sure what happened.
You know what? I'm convinced you guys forgot to hit record on the recording and
No.
you're claiming it. that you guys
No.
did something. I can see it
The
happening.
thing is, if you don't save it right away,
That's Fox.
it's
Keep
just
your
in limbo.
button.
So
Or I was like, maybe Andrew forgot that's covering for his ass or something.
no, and I don't have Time Machine set up on my computer. I could have gone back and recovered it, but
That's the thing.
you know, yes,
Oh shit.
it's kind of like an iPhone backup for a computer.
Sick.
So
Yeah. So that was an interesting. And that was a good episode. I'm
it
not gonna
was.
lie,
I was
bro.
great.
It was
You know,
decent.
the killer, the serial killer we talked about that day.
Lots of info.
Yeah, we're gonna get back to it. We're gonna
Big
go back
timer.
to it, but
We need time to recoup.
yeah, dude, it was one of those where it was just like boom, more info, more info, more info. You know,
It's emotionally
and we kept
draining.
going on it and shit. So it was very interesting.
Mhm.
You know, and yeah, even leading up to it, you know.
I'd like it to sound more organic because if we were to talk about it right now, I'd be like, and then you know,
So it would sound like a script.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Sure.
Anyway, so yes, thank you for Scaring Mall for having us. I wasn't there, but thank you for having us at your event.
Actually, like, thanks for having us. I wasn't there, but you know.
Thanks for having Wicked Boutique.
Thanks for having us. The next day, I did have windburn on my face. So when I went to work, people thought I was blushing at them and stuff. I was just like, no, my face is just windburned. Okay, like calm down.
And then we did just finish up Tavern of Terror.
Woo!
That's always a fun one. That's located.
Yeah, what the?
That's fun.
Guys, and I wanted to get to that.
But you didn't. So
Oh man, dude, the works has been crazy.
yeah,
bro.
Tavern of Terror in Anaheim at Villains Brewery, hosted by Glad Racket.
October
Village, sorry. Shout out to Ashley and Jeremy for having us. It was a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Cold as well. You know, drinks are great. People are
You know what's
great.
crazy? Everyone was just like, I'm cold, and I actually wasn't cold.
It was freezing, but it was chilly.
Yeah, but I was like there was some wind, but I was in between, like I was getting covered pretty much. So I was like, I don't feel nothing. I'm good.
And again, just a big shout out to those people who did shop small this holiday season, man. Again, it just goes a long way.
Yeah.
It really does go a long way, you know, supporting these vendors, guys, and some vendors are still having events. So continue to shop small, you know what I mean? Continue to support.
Shout out to everyone who purchased a Spooky Host tote bag.
Yeah.
We did bring a good amount and they're gone.
Yep, and the
Even sold the example
the stickers for
Gift
gift
tags.
tags. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thanks to that, and
Yep.
just very grateful,
And
man.
everyone who bought online too, we're gonna have everything shipped by tomorrow, hopefully.
Right.
Depending on our screen printing team and our Jessica.
and our Jessica.
Mm. Yeah, but just again, guys, for those who did shop, thank you again for shopping small. Very appreciative of it, and I promise you, all the shops really appreciate it, man. It
Yeah.
means a lot, especially during the holiday season. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Shop locally, shop small.
Yeah.
Find that item you can't get everywhere.
Yeah, and really, yeah, you can.
Like, where are you gonna get a spooky host tote bag at?
Right.
Honestly. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But I think every
I really
vendor-
hope the person who opens it really like digs it,
Right.
because they're gonna be like,
What?
Well, I mean, they bought it for
Right.
themselves, dude.
A lot of the
Oh.
time it's for them.
"Oh, okay."
Well, everybody, I think, we a lot of vendor friends, they all have a unique style and they all have individual like things that stand out that you can't find everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So they all have their thing, and that's the best thing about shopping these events.
Yeah.
100%. But yeah, thanks for having us. Great time. Excited for the next one. Coming up this weekend, we have what is it called?
We have Black Crafts Winter Warehouse Sale.
There we go.
From 10 to 5.
Wicked tacos.
Wicked Tacos will be there, not Wicked Boutique.
Well, some of us will be there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Again, we have another
We have
private
another
event
party.
that day.
Yeah.
So more than likely, the
Yeah,
people you see here will be there, and the rest will go to that party.
Mm-hmm.
The A+ team.
Taking like just the gift tags because it's still holiday and
then hang 'em up.
extra.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look, check it out.
You're like, "Wait a minute, don't
you know
you
what's
sell
funny?
food?"
Some of the Black Craft employees actually went to Tavern of Terror and they were staring at me, right?
And exactly what you're talking about. 'cause
And
I
they
did
were
look
staring
for
at the
it.
gift cards and then they stared at me again. They're like,
And
Wicked
Jessica's like,
Tacos.
"Yep."
And I was like, yeah. And they're like, we'll see you on
The
Saturday.
skeleton sweater.
Oh, girl, I don't know.
The two guys.
No, it was 2 girls.
Oh shit. Never mind.
Dope.
I was just like,
Time
yes,
to
you
buy some
will.
food.
Yeah. Hopefully get some Christmas shopping done there too.
Hey,
Yeah.
eat small.
I don't
But
know
it would
what-
have to be for either us three, so don't look in the bag, all right?
actually don't even know what the sell is. Let's look it up.
I'm
Let's
sure it's
see.
great.
But
But this will be our last event of the year, guys, and then
I mean,
Yeah.
this
damn,
is
bro.
gonna take us right into the end of
Christmas.
January's Creep IE.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
We're
Those are always fun. Those are.
not even into next year yet, and next year's flying.
Yep.
Yeah, no shit,
I'm pretty
dude.
stressed because my son's gonna be 1 in 2 months, and I barely started planning a birthday party.
You did?
Kind of. I
Well, I was
booked.
gonna
I
say,
booked the face paint. Oh man.
Yeah.
I was like, you did?
It has to be big. He's only going to turn one once.
I mean, I'll be there.
Exactly.
You let me know what time the party is. I'll attend.
Yeah. Well, you're in charge of the.
You're in charge of zelling about $1,000 to make it happen. Theo.
Theo
Yeah. So
this weekend.
this weekend,
This
come check us
Saturday.
out. This pod should be what it.
Oh,
No.
No,
it will have already happened.
It would have already happened.
Thanks
Whoa.
for coming.
maybe.
Thanks for coming,
Maybe,
guys.
you
Thanks
know.
for supporting. I know it was.
Oh
Great.
yeah, we gotta jump into time. Jump it forward.
Oh yeah,
always
forget
forget
about that.
'Cause I'm
And
going
okay, so
close on-
technically my birthday's on Wednesday. Woohoo.
Yeah, everyone say happy birthday to Anthony and Ashley. Their birthday's Wednesday the 18th.
Yay.
They're old, so
Yeah.
Don't sound too excited.
Yay. hey, every year it usually rains on their birthday, so let's see.
And it's not
the
this
tradition-
year.
What?
It's
On
not.
your forehead.
It's not gonna rain this year. I already checked the weather.
Wow.
I'm so excited for my birthday to come. I requested the day off.
No, you didn't.
No.
You're stupid.
He was like, actually, can I work overtime that day? Thanks.
Right.
We've talked about this before, I'm sure. We have the same exact birthday, guys. December 18th, I was born on his birthday. Best gift ever.
My 6th birthday, and I received a phone call that I had a baby sister that was born,
And he was upset.
and I was like, "Are you sure it was today? Like
You're
today?
shitting me.
You know what I mean?" They're like, "It was today." I'm like, "Oh, bullshit."
Yep.
That's,
still doesn't
yeah, you
believe
know
it.
what was 9 months before that when we were born? My mom's birthday. So, oh, nasty.
Well, that makes
Hey.
sense.
Let's just say we always celebrate hard.
Yeah.
Disgusting. Here we are, huh?
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You fucked up twice on that day.
Obviously.
Oh,
They didn't have TV back then.
But getting we are getting older, man. It's
Y'all don't have
crazy.
TV
I'm
now.
only gonna be 21, dog. So.
Shit. We blew by that shit a long time ago, bro.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm telling you. And like when I was like, how? Someone asked me, how is Andrew turning? I was like, fuck, I don't know how old. He said he's gonna be 23. And then I said that out loud. Like, fuck, wait, I'm 23. I'm like, no, but you're gonna be 26.
She said, "Wait, I'm."
Hey, you're on the back half of your
I
20s.
know that sounds
Welcome.
terrible.
You know.
So when my dad's always like, you're in your early 20s, you're in your mid 20s. Now I'm like, I'm in technically my late 20s,
Yeah.
Technically,
barely.
You're on the
But
downhill
still,
slope.
barely.
I'm in
That's
my late
just
20s.
clinging on to
You
the
30.
20s, bro.
I still have like 6 months until my birthday.
You're closer to 30.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
and
Anyways,
you're close to 40.
no, not yet.
Yeah, crazy stuff, guys. Life's crazy. But yeah. Let's jump into the next topic. I'm not even on the notes, y'all. I'm behind. Hold on, give me a second.
What? There is no notes.
the notes there are no notes.
We're already like 20 minutes in, aren't we?
Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah.
Sorry for the cop, guys. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, yeah, that's
Like,
right.
yeah.
I thought you were gangbanging on me for a minute. My bad.
I'm like,
Dang, this was throwing up signs. What fuck? Where are you from? Dog
I
shit.
said,
Riverside.
Riverside.
Edwards Air Force Base.
Anyway, guys, we're good. This is gonna take us into Killer's Corner. Period.
So that part right there looked hilarious.
Right.
because we're all just sitting here like,
Yeah,
Waiting
we're all
for the
like,
music.
wait.
You know what? Fuck. Jumped the gun. That's what I wanted to talk about. I slipped my mind. We got tatted, bro.
Oh yeah, before we can talk about that,
Want to talk about it earlier or after?
we'll bring it up after.
All right. I mean, yeah, the music already hit. We're already
It's Friday the
started.
13th. You know what I mean?
Corner.
Yeah. Anyway.
Back to Killer's Corner. Come on, let me get in the mood. Trigger warning in advance. This killer talks about children,
abuse.
abuse, death, murder. So trigger warning in advance. You know, disgusting human. So today's disgusting human is John Wayne Gacy.
Dun dun dun. I feel like we should have a like a
Boo. We should have
Yeah, like a boo one, like boo, or like
We can arrange that.
you know what I'm saying?
not a
something.
boo button.
No,
What do you mean not a boo
Like
button?
We'll have to
Like,
figure something out for that.
like that.
yeah, yeah.
Like dun dun dun.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you can't do an applause.
No,
That's
Yeah, that's weird.
obviously
Kind of might be disrespectful.
right.
He's almost
Very.
dead. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But no, John Wayne Gacy, guys. This individual. Okay, I know we've been bringing up bangers for you guys.
Born March 17th,
Uh,
1942 to be exact.
Yeah, 1942. Died kind of young though.
Same age as my
94,
dad.
50.
4.
54? Is it
54, 52.
52, guys.
52. My math sucks.
He died in 94.
94.
So you were already alive when he
2 years old.
alive. Or 2 when he
Close
got
to.
the needle.
You know what makes me happy about his death is that he actually made it to the
needle.
execution.
Right.
Did he
So
die?
justice was served, sorta.
Sort of. He should have
Sorta.
died by 1,000 cuts or something.
You're right, and we can all agree to disagree on these, and this is another one of those topics because it's a little
Yeah.
hairy. You know what I mean? Because some people
Well,
don't believe in that, right?
yeah.
You don't fix a death with another death, right?
Well,
Eye for an
An eye for an eye, dog. What do you
Hey.
Are we going Bible based now? Damn.
No. Those people that say that probably never had anybody taken.
I wouldn't say that.
I would say that.
You know,
the government and
well, I've seen interviews. I've seen interviews with parents
Mhm.
of the people who've been like their loved one had been murdered,
Mhm.
right? That'll say like, no, that's not what we want.
Oh.
That's not what my whatever would want.
Yeah.
So I don't believe in kind of the
Revenge.
theory.
Capital
Just,
punishment.
yeah,
I believe
eye
in
for an
capital
eye. You know what I mean? I mean, if it was me, Lord God,
Old Testament, baby.
yeah, I'll take matters in my own hand. You know what
Yeah.
I mean, so.
Mhm.
But no, this individual man was definitely burning in hell still. He ended
Apparently.
up killing what was it?
33.
33 victims.
Men.
33
Anyways.
men,
Young
young
men.
boys, young adult men.
Well, it says at least 33.
Right.
So was there more?
Right.
I'm sure there were.
And this is another one where we did get to experience and I'm starting to get a little nervous about this because every serial killer we talk about, we've been in the presence of something that they've been in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I started thinking like, oh shit.
You're
Yeah.
weird.
We were able to be in the presence of some of his artifacts as well. His actual clown suit. You know what I mean? One of the beds that some of these victims were tortured on.
Sodomized.
You know what I mean? And that was probably one of the hardest
Things to look at.
things to look at,
Yeah.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
just knowing somebody was abused right there, you know.
you
Right,
can know that. And the thing is not just that; it's they literally pulled it directly from the house.
Yep.
Okay, and they didn't clean the mattress.
That's crazy.
You know, so the feces and whatnot are still on that bed.
Yeah.
So that was, I think, one of the hardest. And I'm talking, we got to see a witch's decapitated head. You know, we
Mhm.
got to see, the most haunted artifacts in the world.
Mhm.
But this bed specifically was gnarly.
Yeah.
Right? There's
So
no.
just going back a little bit on him, here's a little background.
Please give it to us.
He is an American serial killer and sex offender. Double whammy, all right? He raped, tortured, murdered at least 33 young men and boys in Norwood Park Township near Chicago, Illinois. He became known as the Killer Clown due to his public performances as a clown prior to the discovery of his crimes. So he went by Pogo the Clown, Patches the Clown, and he was very successful in doing kids' parties and stuff. He was like a handyman around town, very like successful businessman.
You know, you're describing a normal blend-in guy.
Yep.
You know,
And when he was convicted, a lot of people were surprised
that it was him.
that he did these kinds of things because he blended into society well.
Right.
You know, um. So yeah, that's a little bit of background on him. Um, sorry. So he was divorced in 76. And I guess the way they came to find out that he was doing all this was because of his divorce somehow. I didn't read that much into that. But yeah. You still reading over there?
It's just dang, there's so much information. You know what I mean?
So all his murders were all inside of his home.
Ranch style home.
His ranch style home. So the way he lured the men and younger boys he would be like a lot of
Offering
them
them
were
jobs.
offering jobs to young men. That's how he got the younger
Really?
men. So he would offer them a job, like, "Hey, come to my
Construction.
house and we'll talk about it." And then that's when he'll flip the switch of being fucking weird and be like, "Hey, you want to see a magic trick?" And you're fucking a grown man, like, all right, whatever, right? And he would put the handcuffs on them, like it's a magic trick. But once those handcuffs came on, they weren't coming off, and they didn't know that, you know. So that's how a lot of them fell into his trap of the magic trick because he was a clown.
Right.
And after he would handcuff them, that's when he would, take them down to the underhouse and
Do his thing.
do what he does to them.
Did you see how he killed people?
He
says right
suffocated
here,
them and
He used a
Raped them.
I don't know how to call it, but he strangulated them using a garrote.
type of rope, I'm assuming.
No, it's not a garrote. No, it's like a chair, and they would either use rope or wire, and then like one of those things and twist it around their neck, like a piece of
Yeah,
wood,
yeah.
and twist it around their neck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brutal.
But it was the same routine almost for every single killing, you know. It's
Yeah.
like, you want to see a magic trick? I've seen the Netflix documentary. If you haven't, check it out. It's pretty gnarly. What'd you say to me? Weirdo? Thanks. I remember I was watching it at the shop and just like, what the hell are you watching?
Yeah.
It's just so intriguing,
Yeah.
you know? But there's tapes on him too and actual YouTube videos. And he's like, yeah, they found 28, 29 under my house. It was 33 total. One was buried in his.
Yeah, the way he talks about it was so like
normal.
Matter of fact.
Whatever, I'm getting the injection anyway.
Yeah.
It goes back, dude. To me, I always go back to like, I understand that your mind is fucking so far gone to be doing something like that, right? But is there another force of nature pushing you into that direction, right?
100%.
Because how, as a human being, and I understand, again, I understand that there's mental illness, and that type of thing out there, but when you're doing shit like that, bro, you know what I mean? To be able to take a life the way he was taking them,
Yeah, he was brutal. He was not
brutal.
just taking life, he was taking their
And to find
manhood,
satisfaction out of it, it makes you think like, what's the driving force? Obviously it explains with the injury as a kid, and
Yeah, he did have
whatnot,
an
but
injury. He fell off a swing and he ended up forming a blood ball
blood
basically
clot.
in his head that he would have like blackouts where he would black out and not remember what happened or something, and then they would have to go and drain it.
Right.
So that was a thing that would happen. And in his early childhood, his mom remembers underwear missing.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess he was taking his mother's underwear and burying it in downstairs in the what's it called?
Basement?
In the basement. He would bury it.
Yeah.
And
Why?
other neighbors were noticing their underwear is being stolen. I don't understand the underwear thing. Number one. Number two, I don't understand the female
Fetish.
underwear when his fetish ended up being men.
Right.
Anyways. You know, so that's just, he's always been weird. In what was it right here? 1968, he was actually convicted and served 18 months. He was supposed to do 10 years for sodomy of a teenage boy.
I was just reading that one right now.
So prior to murder, his murder sprees were from 1972 and ended in 76 when he was convicted in 78. But that was prior to the murders, you know?
Yeah.
He got out on parole for that.
This guy was just born of fucking disgust, you know?
Well, and I think for, one point I'd like to make is for rational, normal people who live a normal life or whatever you want to call yourselves. It's hard to connect to somebody, like Anthony was saying about their frame of mind, how they just don't care about another life, and they could just take that life in the most brutal way and then have an interview about it and talk like it was, it was a Sunday morning and they're in the newspaper.
Right.
Those are the disturbing parts.
The normality in it, I think, is what disturbs any normal person, right? Or anybody with a decent mindset, like the way that they're able to talk about it and describe the events that occurred, so
that they perpetrated.
that's what always gets me about these serial killers, man. It's like, dude, the way they're able to discuss it and the way they were able to admit to it, and the only thing they're sorry for is the fact that they got caught.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So now again, I say fortunately for this asshole, he did get the needle. You know what I mean?
He did.
They did end him.
Well, he got the needle, but the reason he was caught was from his last victim. His name was Robert Peast. I want to say that's how you say it. And his disappearance led to Gacy's arrest in 1978. So there's actually, I just seen a recent story on it because he used to work in a gas station and with his coworker, which was his good friend, female. And he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go outside to talk to this guy about a construction summer job, and I'll be right back in." She's like, "Okay." 10 minutes go by. He doesn't come back inside. So she's like, "Okay, this guy he's gone. He nothing. Where's he at?" He's a teenager, so they're underage. And so time to close the store. He never came back inside. So his mom called the police right away, and his investigation was what led them to discovering what Gacy was doing.
Yeah.
And it was just this man's birthday, I want to say, or that just passed this few weeks ago because that's where I saw the video. And the gas station girl that worked with him, she was on the documentary too, and she had documented in her diary, like, "Oh, like, I shouldn't have let him go outside that day." Like, that guilt she still lives with every day.
Right.
Anyway, that video just kind of like shook me. Like, there's still people dealing with it because it wasn't that long ago. So the families of those victims still dealing with it,
Yeah.
it's sad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So his disappearance led to him being captured, though.
Right. And it's crazy because it's always that one mistake that these guys make, which lead to their
demise.
Yeah, the impatience that they start getting, I'm assuming, But like you said, he did get the lethal injection, and
I almost feel like it's so for these serial killers, it's almost like an addiction, like alcohol, drugs, or whatever. They have that high from
that itch, like, "Oh, I have to do it. Like, this is a great candidate."
Well, I mean, there's murderers in prison, right, that obviously did not get the death penalty because it's not every murder is warranted a death penalty, but
yeah,
there's some guys that are like, don't let me out.
Yeah.
right,
Don't let me
They
out
know
because
they're
I
gonna
will
do
kill.
it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they get something out of it.
yeah,
And again, we'll never know what that is, right? I mean, maybe to a certain point to where when you eat a piece of ice cream, you're like, hell yeah.
right.
And it's the best way to describe it. I know it might be like, oh, this guy's dumb.
Because when you cheat on your diet and you eat the ice cream, you're like, "Oh, instant regret."
Uh-huh.
Do they deal with that at all?
No.
And that's what makes them what they are, though.
I feel like it's more like an addiction where they're looking for the next one already.
This one with
It's a
him.
high.
So the very first time he actually killed someone, like his first victim, when he killed him, it was let's see, Timothy McCoy, right? And same thing, he brought him back to his house, but they had sex, whatever. And in the morning, he's seeing that guy hold a knife, so he went rushing towards him. He got the knife and he stabbed him to death. Well, he thought that he was gonna kill him, right? But in reality, that guy was standing there with a knife because he had just made them breakfast after they messed around. And
That's consensual.
Yeah, but after he killed them, he was aroused sexually, and that's what continued his bring him back.
Perversion.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Like that's
That's
crazy to know.
disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
But
It's abnormal
sorry.
for sure at the minimum.
Yeah. So his sister actually claims to like going into his house and smelling
see,
funky
even
in there. You know, like
even
it's not right. Sorry.
Gacy, he said, he quoted, "That's when I realized that death was the ultimate thrill." That's what
Man,
he
my
said.
cough's flaring up. But yeah, he was burying these people in the crawl space right under the house.
Yeah.
And he had about 2 to 3 victims that he threw in the river as well. But most of them he slept on top of them, you know, that lived his daily life. A lot of these bones and bodies were so fused together, it took him years to get everyone disassembled and put into their own, you know,
Yeah.
placements. Yeah.
33 victims, but 29 of them were under his house. You know, that's an insane amount of people. You know what I'm saying? That is a lot of individuals. And again, I hate saying, oh, I like to talk about, you know, but it's different to put yourself in those shoes, right? And now you think of put yourself back in the 70s, between 72 and 76, when all these murders were going down, even if you weren't caught in it, right? And my dad was around for I want to say Richard Ramirez, you know, when that was going on, and just to be able to live through that, I don't care what you say, okay, in the back of your head, bro, you're like, oh shit, you
I
know.
remember that, you know, and we'll get down to Richard Ramirez one day, but the one thing I can say about Richard Ramirez was my grandma lived in the Venice area of LA.
Yeah.
And it was a big deal about locking your windows because that's how he would get in. He would sneak in the windows and things like that, or unlock doors. So there was a big thing about, you know, back then in those days, people didn't lock their doors and windows. It was,
Right.
oh, you know, their attitude was, if I gotta lock my door, I'm not living, you know.
Yeah.
And there was a big thing. They were putting it out on the news like, hey, lock your windows and doors. This guy's doing, this is how he's getting in. So
Right.
they find a way, you know.
100%.
And that's what I took away from that, is like that basic premise of nowadays. First thing you do before you go to bed is make sure your doors are locked. Everything, you know, is
Oh
shut
yeah.
down. You
I
know?
mean, it's crazy to see how far we've come from that. You know, now it's like your doors are locked, your kids' doors are locked, you got your, you know,
The ring
your
camera.
protection at your side, you know, whatever that is, whether if it's a baseball bat or whatever.
Yeah,
You're thinking of that.
along those lines. It was the same thing, and I don't know if you've seen the videos on TikTok when the Gen Xers talk about, you know, when the I think the 6 o'clock news used to come on, and they would ask, "Are your kids home? Or where are your kids at?" Because we used to play till dark.
Right.
There was no cell phones. Dark was the cutoff time. So that was an announcement they made on the news, and people, you know, could you imagine that nowadays?
No.
Right.
No way.
Flip.
Yeah.
Like what?
No way.
What do you mean you're going outside not by yourself? You're
But think about it like
I
this.
wonder how these serial killers had such easy access, though.
How often do you see kids playing in the front yard?
Never.
No, not often at all.
Never.
Ever, you know what I mean?
Unless their parents
These
are out.
houses are all quiet.
Mm-hmm.
How many kids you hear in the backyard running around?
None.
You know, because again, you're thinking like, hell no, somebody will crawl right over that wall. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things, man. How times have definitely changed, bro, and because of the lead up to where we're at, right?
Right.
I mean, people trust me. After that guy got caught, I'm sure the mentality was different after that.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Keep your eyes peeled. I mean, I think we talked about it in the last episode where there's serial killers out there now,
Yep.
or weirdos or whatnot, so you just never know.
I
You
mean,
never know.
Walmart's their breeding ground, apparently. I always see those videos about them following people around Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or following them into the parking lot. Especially the ladies, so be careful out there, ladies.
All women.
Yes.
All women,
Make sure
please be safe, be careful, please be aware of your surroundings, man. Do not get caught in those
Don't get comfortable.
surroundings. You know what I
If you
mean?
feel uncomfortable,
Say something.
say something.
The way it is, if you see something, say
Say
something.
something.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, that
Go to
ain't no joke.
employees, whatever, you know.
Call somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Trust
You
me.
never know.
Always have your location on. Even give your location to someone.
Oh,
That they
whoa,
can
whoa,
spy it,
I don't know
you know what
about
I'm
that
saying?
one right there, dog. You know,
Yes, yes,
saying
yes,
that
yes.
shit out loud.
For the women.
Yeah, but when John Wayne Gacy, I always like to look up what their last meal is, if they make it to that. If they didn't die of cancer,
Yeah.
how most of these people do.
died.
Since he did make it, his last meal was a bucket of fried chicken, fresh strawberries. Dang, where'd it go? What else was that? Oh, fried shrimp and yeah, fresh strawberries. That was his last meal.
Interesting.
And the day of his injection after midnight, they took him from his cell. It was after midnight.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that kind of weird? Took him to his cell, take him out of his cell, go and do the injections, getting started, and they give you your last words. And supposedly his last words were "kiss my ass." Supposedly.
Probably. I mean,
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. And there was actually a 20-minute delay in his injections because after the first it's a 3-step process, I
Yeah.
guess. After the first one, which is sodium, his line got clogged for his IV. And so the second one took 20 minutes to get through.
Good.
So he sat there like, like
Like,
thinking,
yeah, I'm still alive.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. So that was his final moments. But imagine that, like, any last, yeah, kiss my ass, like that. You're nuts, like
Mentally insane.
well, you know why he had fried chicken?
why.
He was a KFC manager at one point.
That's why I don't like KFC.
I guess they chanted too on his way to, because there's always people outside,
Oh yeah, victims' families.
right, and they're chanting like na 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 na,
Damn.
like kiss his ass goodbye type
Yeah.
shit. And yeah, he got put
That's
down
good. I mean,
in 1994.
I can relate that to one thing. Anthony was a kid. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you remember it once I bring this up, but there was an the last, I think it was the last execution in California, and in San Quentin,
Mm-hmm.
and it was
It was like Tukey or something like
Tukey or Tukey Williams or something
Yeah.
like that. And I remember Anthony was feeling all bad, and then I showed him like, well, this is what the crimes he committed. He like killed people.
Well, because they obviously they're not. It's live. It's live. It's a live event. It's like pay per view, bro. Except they're not obviously on the inside of the prison. They're on the outside waiting for confirmation. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
it's been done. But so there's a thing where when you're being executed, the governor can call in, okay, last minute and stop the
Yeah,
execution.
grant clemency.
Right. And that's what I was like, oh man, is he gonna call? You know what I mean? Is the phone gonna ring? Are they gonna stop it? Because it has happened.
Yeah.
But no, unfortunately for this individual, it did
I'm
not
sure
happen.
for more complex cases, but this is like stone cold. You're
Yeah.
disgust,
No, but here's my point of that conversation of the one that happened in California. When we were watching that, there was a protest outside the
Yep.
prison about it, and then what you just described was them cheering him on to the death penalty.
Right.
So I mean, the contrast of those, I don't know. This was probably 2000. I don't know. I got to look up when that happened. You're talking, 50 years later. The difference in the mentality of society that now it gets protested, whereas back then they were cheering him on to the get the needle.
Yeah. 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 That's a perfect example, man. Of how times have changed in that regard. Now we get protest about killing somebody
Mm-hmm.
because of what they've done.
Yeah.
So. But again, that's a soft,
So
rough area,
yeah.
gray area of topic. So
And just like going in his past life too, Gacy. Obviously, it's the abused by your dad,
Yeah.
verbally, physically, and I guess he was just always that outcast,
Right.
overweight kid who didn't play sports, didn't play outside because I guess he had a heart condition that he had to avoid all that. So he was that. I think that kind of like
So
set up this track
in that
of
regard, though, do you feel some type of way for him?
absolutely not.
No.
Some people will argue that, well, he was abused and he was this and he was that. So, but does it give him the right to go and kill 33
No.
individuals?
And my mentality, and people, controversial, I guess, is like in my opinion, if that's something that happened in the past, wouldn't you want to change that for the future?
Right. Right.
And he had escaped that life. Like I said, he was a KFC manager. I believe he married into it where they had owned the KFCs and the family put him in charge of all the 3 KFCs, and they gave him a house and all this stuff. So
Damn.
I mean, it wasn't like he didn't have the ability to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
He chose.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they chose to do the things they've done.
Right.
I understand abuse and all those things. I get it, but
It's your decision.
it's your decision in the end,
ultimately.
for sure.
He actually sat on death row for 14 years too.
That's really not that long in today's standards.
Mm-mm.
People have been on death row their whole life.
Yeah, I think what's more interesting is the fact that he sat down and you can watch this man talk about the murders that he committed and the way he talks about it.
matter of
It's
fact.
chilling. Like he has like no demeanor. Like yeah, that's about 28, 29 people. Like that, you know. Like
Yeah.
that's about 28, maybe 29 people under my house, and that they found in the crawl space. I guess. Like you guess
Yeah.
who did it? You know.
But yeah, they almost talk about it like they're talking about somebody else.
Right. In a third person.
Yeah.
Right. If
Remove
when
themselves
we
from the
get
situation.
into the whole Ted Bundy thing, which is another interesting person, how he talked about in the third person, even in his tapes. If you watched, he has a tape out too, like on Netflix, and in his tapes he speaks on it like, well, if I were to do that, not saying like it was me, but like that, like
Mhm.
well, you're convicted, like you're going to die,
Yeah.
and I think he also made it to the death penalty, and he got, is it, I don't think he was lethal injection though. I don't know, we'll get into his case
Yeah, we'll get
too.
into that. But it's
um
like all these guys with The Rock, you know what I mean? They talk about themselves like they're talking about somebody else. Like The Rock said, da 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 da.
right.
You mean you said?
But yeah,
You did it?
that's the chapter on him,
For sure. Well, this is, John Wayne Gacy is one of the most notorious
clown killer.
serial killers, period. I mean, 33 bodies, that's a lot.
And he would dress up too
Yep.
while he was doing these things. Like
Yeah.
you just roll something. You don't have one loose screw. Your whole brain's fucked in that head,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
like you said, the fact that we've seen the suit
Mm-hmm.
in the with Zach, we saw a lot of shit. No wonder we're crazy too. In that shit. We
No
see
wonder you see
the
time
suit he wore, and they had the way Zach Bagans had it displayed, like with someone actually wearing it, and how it looked, and the mattress. Like, why would you want that? Why would you want that in your possession?
At
To me,
the end of
it's
the day, it's a
crazy.
piece of history.
Right, right. But honestly, like for him to have a fucking house of horrors of all these other weirdo
Yeah.
stuff, that's crazy. But for the public, it's great because you're able to go and
It's
see
crazy.
all
It's
that.
crazy on many levels because there's people like, that are believe in the whole negative energy and demonic shit,
Right.
right? So if you think about it like that and you go into that type of house,
Mm-hmm.
you can only imagine the shit you're feeling in that house.
Right. But thank you for your service, Zach Bangans, because we're nosy.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
To a point.
I think it's something to be learned from it too, like
It's just crazy, like with him. Like I just finished reading like some of his articles, and it was just like he was legit like a normal dude. Like
yeah.
everyone just thought he was a normal guy. He was good
Normal
for the
Caucasian,
community. He was a manager at KFC. He was gonna run for governor.
Governor, yeah.
And all this, no, mayor and then governor, and then boom, he
was popular.
You got caught.
Yeah.
he flipped the switch, and they
Messed up, to
Like-
say the least.
What was the trigger?
exactly what was the trigger?
Because he was out of the life. He was out of the abuse. He was out of the cycle.
Yeah,
He had moved on.
I got him married. He had 2
Yeah.
kids. Like
I mean, he sounds like he had a positive life, you
Yeah.
know.
right, like what triggered it? What triggered him?
The movie too.
Just art.
What's that movie that you haven't seen? I've been telling you to watch.
Black
it for
Phone?
Black Phone. Not saying that movie is based on him, but I'm gonna ruin it for you. In the movie, all of his bodies too were buried under the house.
Yeah.
So it kind of gave me that vibe of like, there's a base.
Oh, the black phone.
Yeah, that they take some from this serial killer, because he was also like, you want a balloon type of guy. He wasn't a clown though.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. That movie made me think of his case. Like, okay, that's kind of like similar to me.
Yeah.
But you still haven't seen it, so
Right.
Yeah.
let's not talk
Well,
about
like
it.
you said, like Hollywood takes little things and
Right.
puts it in there, and then we'll stop based on true events.
Right.
Yeah, it's your basic writing, right? You got to pull inspiration from different things to create a story. You're not just gonna pull it out of midair.
Yeah.
So there's inspiration behind everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a lot of these horror films or the industry itself, they're pulling inspo from all the real life events.
Yeah.
And I think that's what really makes it scary. You know what I mean? Because they do that and then they just blow it up,
Yeah.
right? So that's what I think that gives it that edge, I think,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So, but anyways, that's enough of that fucking guy, dude. Jesus, I don't know why people like this segment, because it does get a little weird and it makes you feel some type of way, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Let us know if you don't like this segment though. Maybe we could change it up or something. You know
Maybe
what I mean?
pick less crazy cases.
Yeah,
I mean-
let us know, man. I know though that we've heard a lot of feedback on it, and people do enjoy it. So
Yeah.
and it's cool to shed some light and on some of these individuals that you might not know so much of.
Right.
So and of course,
Or too, like you hear the name and like, well, what did he do?
right.
I
I
know
was
the
just gonna
name,
say, yeah.
Um, personally, I've always been, I hate to use that term, like not into it, but like I've always been interested in that category of serial killers and like what pushes them to
Yep.
be what they are.
I think that's more.
Yeah, calm down. You should be in the criminal mind.
Yeah, huh?
No, because I'll be
that's
too
it.
scared. I'm a
Yeah.
chicken, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to analyze nobody. No thanks. I just want to watch from a screen. Same with like, there's a whole thing on the hotel in LA. What's it called? That they find
Cecil?
the Cecil Hotel. I watched that whole documentary too, and how the lady went missing there and ended up in the water ducts
Yep.
up there.
I remember when that happened.
That documentary is freaking crazy too. You guys should
There's
watch
a
it.
movie about that. Well, not like that, but there's
Isn't
a
that
movie
supposed
like
to be like the hotel's super haunted or something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
It drives people to that point.
They literally, I want to say, not even 2-3 years ago, finally covered over the original Cecil Hotel.
Signage.
I
Signage.
want to say that came about because people reported a funny taste.
Taste
from water.
funny color to the water while they
Yeah.
were taking a shower. Like the water's brown. They
Mhm.
want to go and check the ducks, and her body was.
She was in.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the people that found that said the water was brown, they're on the. They're actually talked about it too on. You should watch it.
Bizarre.
It's scary.
I think the point of the segment though too is just like you said, is to shed light on the topic of something that you probably can't understand as a normal person,
Right.
Yeah.
and say, hey, I wonder what makes these people lose it. Because if you're a normal person, that you can't see yourself brutalizing somebody the way these people have. So
Right.
it's like, wow, that's amazingly bad what they've done, and it's like, wow, how could they even
How could they even get to that point?
consciously enjoy it or whatever their issue is, and abuse is a real thing, and I understand that, and it does affect people in different ways, and
I think the next individual we talk about, I hope we can get a little bit more into the spiritual side, where they claim to the
demonic.
devil made them do it, or a demon made me do it,
Maybe
right?
old
The
Richie.
dog made them do it.
Or whatever. I'm really more into that aspect because, again, are they crazy?
Possession type thing.
Are they crazy, or did that really happen? Are because they'll be always schizophrenic, throw them in the psych ward. Those of you who believe are gonna be like, no, dude, fucking something like that might have happened. Those of you who are skeptic are gonna be like, well, he's full of shit.
Kind of like The Conjuring, the devil.
Yeah, dude. The Conjuring, that shit. I always say it, and I continue to say it. Those films changed horror,
Yeah.
in my opinion. So
Maybe
there
about a
are
female serial killer.
Hundo.
cases of it like that. Where they're like, oh, the devil made me do it. Blah blah blah
Being
blah.
in the house made me do it.
Whatever.
Amityville Horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The house was possessed or haunted or whatever.
There's a gate to hell there or something like
Right. Poltergeist.
And there's a lot of those stories that we'll probably get into.
But when you think about it, all these movies that are on spiritual possession or something like that, the actors purport weird shit happening to them too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what?
Conjuring.
The Conjuring cast reported some shit weird happening to them. The Amityville Horror, when Ryan Reynolds did that film, I think a body washed up
Yeah.
where they were
Yep.
filming. Poltergeist, R.I.P. to the cast. They're all passed.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. It's crazy. Like when you think about it, all those films are spiritual.
Yeah.
I think we always talk about it is how do the demons know you're just
Exactly.
you're just recreating your plan.
Right.
That's
They don't.
spooky to me.
It's
don't.
a
They just come.
sketchy situation. This is definitely
And they
something
all have something similar.
to be dabbling with. You know what I mean?
Let's move on to Tattoo Fridays.
Oh,
I'm already over time.
We're not.
Are we?
Nope.
It's over an hour.
Where are we at?
It's not.
Oh,
No,
Oh.
that's not accurate. That's
Not accurate, buddy.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, we've been for a while, man.
No, that's inaccurate. But
Oh, okay. So I have no idea how long
Talk
we've been
about
filming.
tattoos.
nothing much to talk about. We did get tattoos. Friday the 13th is upon. So yeah.
Yeah, we got
It's
a few
upon
tats.
us.
I'm actually very itchy under this jacket. I got yatted, like an elbow to a shoulder. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm wearing a jacket because I'm scared of my grandma. I don't want
Yeah.
to see.
There's this when you get
Bumper sticker
tattoos, you're
Friday.
like, why did I get it there?
I was telling Diesel that. No. I was like, my problem is as soon as I sit down and the needle touches my skin, I have instant regret for the first minute. I'm like, why did I do this? Like, it probably looks stupid, you know? And then all right, whatever's on my body. But
Yeah.
still, you know.
Yeah.
Sounded like a good idea at the time, right?
Right.
Right.
Well,
Right.
that was Tattoo Friday.
Yep, that was great. It was a fun time.
That was a good time. Shout out to them, man.
Shout out to TE Sketch, you know, great guy.
Hooking us up, man.
Fun time. And his sister, you know, they're
Yep.
also brother and sister.
Yep.
Duo.
Always cool. And I think the other brother does piercing. So
Mm-hmm.
that's always fun when you meet another crazy family.
Yeah, go
Um,
into business together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's going to be about it, unless there was a game you wanted to play. But
Hold, please. Keep talking.
God. So what do you?
So my tattoo hurt really bad. I got one on my ankle, and I was staring
I
at.
told you
like,
that she was going to hurt.
oh my god! Like,
Yeah.
and then when he was like over the ankle bone, I felt it up my leg, and I was like,
She was like, spazzing out.
And then Katie's over here trying to talk to me. I was like, don't talk to me. don't
Anthony's a
talk to
straight battle. He got one on his finger. Sheesh. Does it hurt?
Yeah.
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 I told you it was
Pain
gonna hurt.
level 10. You know, it was one of those things where you could feel that I felt it like shooting pain into the tip of my finger.
Oh yeah.
You know, I was like, and I
He
was
like, oh,
nah, dude, it fucking hurt.
I
yeah.
ended up getting 3. What possessed me to do that? No idea.
For real.
By the time we got to the last one, that one hurt.
Yeah.
I don't know. And he was like, yeah, the left side usually hurts worse.
Yeah, and then she tells me that, right? Both my tattoos were on the left side.
Me
and I was just
too.
like, and she's right. Both of them hurt.
That one had me like crossing my toes. I was like, oh my God. You know, and it was quick because it's my son's name. So it was just quick little 10 minutes I do. But
Nah,
when I
mine
tell you, I
wasn't
felt like I was getting actually carved with a hot knife.
Yeah.
That's what that felt like.
Yeah. It's not
Tattoos suck. You know,
Yeah,
the pain
yeah.
sucks. Whoever says tattoos don't hurt, you're a fucking liar.
You're a liar.
Don't lie to people. They
Don't
hurt.
lie.
But it's temporary pain. As soon as it's over, you're fine.
Yeah, you're fine. You're
And you
like
look at it, you're like,
that.
oh, I like it. Oh man.
All right.
No game?
Hold on, he's looking stuff up.
Alrighty then.
All right,
We're gonna do The Conjuring.
Ooh, she got vid.
No, I don't.
The Conjuring trivia.
Okay.
Just the Conjuring
Bam,
movies.
bam, bam,
Don't forget
bam.
to raise your hands, Ashley.
Okay. What?
It's time for this week's trivia of the night.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's my favorite part.
Brought to you by
Oh, then we can quit. Then we can
Honda.
do it if that's your favorite.
Whoa.
All right. Who
Put your hand down.
was the name of the demon
Put your hand down.
Uh-huh.
in The Conjuring?
The first one?
Let's
The
just-
first one to appear in the franchise.
No.
No what?
Well, Ashley's raising her hand, so you have to
Right.
go on her.
Ashley.
You have 30 seconds.
Let's hear this wrong answer.
I know it too, though.
Oh, we used to have a shirt based on it.
No.
Yep.
No,
No.
that's the second movie, Dad.
That's the second movie.
Me.
No,
me.
no.
Is it the first movie or the second movie?
It's going to be the first movie he's talking about. It's the one with fucking...
We didn't have a shirt on them. I can't even say the name right.
Hold on, she has 30 seconds.
I can't remember
Bash-
the name. Yeah, I know.
Bathsheba or something like that.
Bathsheba. Fuck me, dude. I knew it was that fucking shit.
Sheba Inu. I did buy some of that.
What? All right. Question number 2 on the trivia.
Oh.
What was the toy used to see Rory?
To see who?
Rory.
Who the hell's Rory? Dog?
Oh
You didn't
my
watch
God,
the movie,
Anthony.
dog. Ashley.
It was a little monkey.
It was a
It was a little thingy that pops open with yeah.
What's that called?
A Jack in the Box.
No.
A
Okay.
music box.
Music box, because there was a mirror.
All right.
Was
we
it
did
the one? Was it the one with the
Yes.
ballerina on it?
No, it's like a little circus
No,
box and a mirror.
It had a
and you have to like
circular
stir
thing.
the. Okay, I did the ding ding ding. Ding. I should get the point.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
got the point.
Where did Carolyn find Rory when playing hide and clap?
In the closet.
Sort of.
Yeah, in the basement.
In the basement.
Oh, it is.
That's a closet.
It's like a stand-up closet, right?
Ah, we'll give it to you. All right, we'll give it to you. We're
What-
tied.
What time did the clock stop?
Right here.
I think you said right here first.
I don't know. 3:15?
Nope.
Damn.
3 o'clock.
Nope.
You sure it wasn't 3:15?
Nope.
Midnight.
Nope.
4.
Nope.
3:45.
Nope.
3:33.
3:07.
What?
Stupid.
Damn, it was very specific.
Very.
Are you sure? That doesn't make sense.
I'm pretty sure he talked
I
about
was close.
mimicking the
The Holy
Trinity.
Usually
Yeah.
that's
Three
what-
knots.
I thought it was 3, but you know, whatever.
Guess we're wrong, guys. God damn.
God dang.
I think he's cheating.
What daughter was pulled off her bed?
Ain't Eleanor.
Joey King.
Joey King.
Joey King is the real name of the actor.
I don't remember her name.
Christine.
Christine. Yeah, see, no.
Eleanor just sounded like a name
All right.
in that movie.
Because of it's like an older.
What is the smell that is described?
Sulfate.
No,
Rotting meat.
that one.
Oh yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
What's funny is I can hear Elaine saying that, or Lorraine. My bad.
Lorraine.
Sounds like who's Elaine?
What year
Right.
was the farmhouse built?
1892.
Close,
Damn.
but no cigar. A
Eight-
little earlier than that.
Really?
1874.
A little earlier.
1860.
Older. I mean,
S-
wrong.
84.
1863.
Oh.
I'm sure they said that somewhere in the movie.
Probably at the end, like at the end credits.
Is Jessica winning by one? What
Yep.
score?
Yep.
Okay.
How many deaths does Lorraine Warren find
In the
How many-
house?
in her
Deaths?
research at the home?
How many what?
How many people died there? Did she find?
I don't know, 20?
No, that's way too many.
Oh.
6.
Close.
5.
7.
5.
Doesn't count.
Yes, it does. I knew it.
You guess. Count.
Not gonna do that one. Let's do specific.
We might know it.
No.
What is the name of the demon in Insidious?
Whose room does the sheet fly up to?
The
The mom's
daughter's
room. No, the
parents.
mom's.
Parents' room.
Fuck.
Mom's room. That's me. I got the point. Duh.
Mom's room. Deuce is wild. That's what Andrew's saying.
What does the maid say to Officer Brad?
Look what he made me do.
Damn. She just saw it, bro. She had to just buy it.
They're not
'Cause
even
you
raising
know-
their hands, bro.
Did you know it?
No.
All right then.
What does Lorraine Warren find in the hidden nook?
Oh, I know. A rosary.
The rope.
More specifically,
The noose.
that one.
It's the same thing.
I mean, that's a styled rope.
That's the what? Never mind.
I'm winning.
All right.
She said,
Let's do last one.
Last one.
For all the marbles.
He says that because
All the marbles except for Anthony. What does Bathsheba say to Roger?
Roger.
You know,
Rabbit?
no.
Her husband, I'm assuming?
No.
I know.
What?
The bitch is gone.
Pretty much. She said she's already gone.
pretty sure.
Hey,
I was going to
Jess.
say, I'm
She's
pretty
already
sure that's
gone.
not what she said, but she just likes to cut.
She's like,
She's already gone, yeah. But she's looking at the
How did Ashley just straight whip our asses in
Merc.
today's game, bro?
because that's one of Ashley's actual favorite movie. Like she's.
I
seen
feel
this
like
movie.
she just saw it though, bro. That's way
just
too
watched
fresh
it
off the
last
top.
week.
bro.
Wait, it's all right, guys. You fucking suck. Let's wrap
Whatever,
it up.
bro.
I know you're not talking crap.
I
You
think
lost the past
Anthony must be
games in a
taking
row.
snacks while watching these movies. 'Cause this motherfucker never gets.
And he's always like, "This is my favorite movie."
Yeah,
He doesn't
yeah,
know
yeah.
anything about the
He's
movie.
always talking trash on me that I don't watch
What?
movies.
I
You don't
mean,
know
dude-
nothing about the movies.
I'm not doing a book report at the end of the film. I enjoyed it in the moment, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not like, oh shit, I better remember this moment right here.
Insidious?
Red-faced demon, yeah. Yeah. But I'm saying when I sit and enjoy a film, it's like I'm gonna enjoy it through, and then cool, I like that, you know.
They use the B word. I swear. That might have
You
been
just-
The Exorcist.
You just like to cuss. That's.
Cuss like a
Just that,
sailor.
let me throw that in there.
Sounds like a flow.
Anyways,
Anyway,
guys,
That was fun.
I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode, and we hope that you guys get to enjoy it this week. You know, I'm gonna ensure that we do save it tonight. All right, guys, just for you guys. But again, thank you so much. For everybody that's been watching on YouTube, man, we really appreciate it, man. And remember to continue to subscribe for us on there, guys. YouTube is just a mission and a half. We don't want to give up though, guys. So please subscribe, continue to view, like that video. And again, as always, thank you so much for all of our Spotify listeners, wherever you guys may be. Any last comments from the peanut gallery over here?
No, that's about it.
Alrighty, guys. As always, thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next one.